Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where we're giving you my each way Lucky15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action. As usual here on the channel, well, it was a really good day today actually. I was really impressed with most of our selections. We got off to a good start with a winner at Windsor in the 2:30 with Just Perez for Jeremy Nacida. Just got up on the line in the end. There was a photo finish, but in the end they gave it to our selection. And it went up at 8-1 in the end after we backed it last night around about 11-2. So there was a little bit of a drift for it, but we got the best odds anyway, and I'm quite pleased with that one there. So that was a good selection to get us underway today. Then our second selection was Lua Liwa at Musselburgh. Never really got into the race in the end. Had a prominent position early on, but really faded when the button was pushed and couldn't get on terms with the leaders. So that was disappointing there. But then we bounced back with our nap for the day in the Yarmouth listed race in the 3:10 with Ali Jazeera. Ridden by Frankie Dettori. Good ride there by Frankie. Always had the horse in the prominent position and saw off all the rivals in the end to win quite comfortably in the end, and a nice performance there. And then our last selection was at Windsor again in the 4:30, and I thought we were going to win it for a minute. It was Bohemian Dollar, which had a very nice position again really throughout the race. It was a good ride by Catherine Glenister, and it nearly got up for us on the line, finishing third place in the end. But it's kind of like those three horses were away from the rest of the pack, and if it had come in at 12-1, we would have been laughing today with some good odds and nice bit of prize money there. So all in all, it wasn't a bad day today, but the main thing is it paid to be prominent and exploit it when you were up there at the pace, and that's something I think maybe at this time of year with some of the conditions you need to be a more prominent horse in those races if you're maybe up against it or looking to run well. So yeah, I'm really happy with how today's selections went. Hopefully we can have a good day tomorrow. There's some good racing really on the flat and the jumps tomorrow. I think there's two of each, so we've got 2 flat and 2 jump. We're going to be kicking off tomorrow with our first selection at Leicester tomorrow in the afternoon in the 3:30 with a horse called Jumira Bridge. It's round about 4-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Roger Varian, and one of his main men, Andrea at Zany, takes the ride. Now this horse had a gelding operation recently, and then it returned after that operation, finishing second on its reappearance a few weeks ago at Yarmouth, where it finished second, nearly won the race. It was a nice performance, and this horse had been a nice progressive 3-year-old all season, and hopefully that gelding operation is now kicking into place. It's losing all its testosterone and it can focus on racing. I thought tomorrow this horse had a nice chance, being nicely weighted with a 3-year-old allowance. I thought it could go well for a mark of 97, and hopefully that can kick us off to a good start tomorrow. We then go over for our only jumps selection tomorrow at Huntingdon, and this is going to be my nap for tomorrow, and hope I can pronounce it right. I think it's got kind of a French name. It's called Ckalco de Lodges. Like I said, it's around about 9-2 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by my favourite combination, Dan and Harry Skelton. You might remember that I've got a bet going on with them at the moment. Dan to be the lead and National Hunt trainer come the end of the season, and Harry likewise with the Jockey Championship. On the trainer side it's going quite well, but Harry's had a little bit of a quiet few days recently, and then Richard Johnson has started to ride a few more winners. I know he had a few more winners than Harry at the weekend, and Harry, he's really got to start getting in that winner's circle again if he's going to be keeping challenging, because unless something happens to Richard Johnson or he gets out of form again and Harry can exploit him, I think it probably is going to be Richards now, because when I did make the bet, Harry was absolutely raunching it. I did make it though in the first couple of weeks of the season, because I had noticed since about February Harry had been riding really well. And likewise, Dan's been sending out all the winners recently. He's probably the most informed trainer this season so far, and that is correct with him being at the top of the Trainers' Championship. And I think he can have another good winter, and I think he will be there or thereabouts come the end of the season on the Trainers anyway, with his nice amount of prize money in the bank so far. So yeah, I'm backing this horse anyway tomorrow, Chalco de Lodges. It makes its chase debut tomorrow, and I thought it could go well because Dan Skelton's had some good chase debutants recently. This horse has had a couple of runs after returning from a break over hurdles. It's won one of them when it ran from the front at Bangor when it won. I wonder if Harry might do that tomorrow, because I noticed last week, I think it was Renee's Girl was very impressive at Worcester, was ridden from the front. They might display similar tactics again with this horse, because I think that's kind of a good way for the Skeltons anyway to get some wins. So if it goes off, maybe takes the run in tomorrow, it could do well. Last time when it ran under Bridget Andrews, another jockey used by Dan Skelton, which is actually Harry Skelton's girlfriend, I believe, it was held up early on and it kind of ran on into 5th place in the end. So I think this horse really needs a good prominent position early on to get the most of its run in. So that's going to be my nap for tomorrow anyway. I think they'll put in a good bid with this horse, and I could definitely see it winning, and I thought 9-2 wasn't a bad backable each way price there. The third selection sees us go back to Leicester in the 5 o'clock with my long shot for the day with a horse called What Wonders Weaves. It's 9-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by John Patrick Shanahan. Conditional jockey Rowan Scott takes the ride using his £5 claim. I like this young jockey. His claim often comes in quite well. This horse is rated off a mark of 73 and it arrives in some good form. It came third last time out at Musselburgh in quite a competitive race, and before that it managed to notch up a win. So it arrives here in good form. I think it could definitely outrun its odds tomorrow at 9-1. I could definitely see it making the frame again if it can put in another good bid, and I thought 9-1 there wasn't a bad each way price, and that's going to be my third selection there, What Wonders Weave. We then go over to the evening action for our last selection, our fourth selection in this each way Lucky 15 at Kempton in the 6:45 with a horse called Forever in Love. It's ran about 13-2 at bookmakers at the moment, trained by Sir Michael Stout and William Buick's a noteworthy jockey booking for this horse tomorrow. Now this horse hasn't really got off the ground yet. It came fourth in its nursery debut last time out, where maybe it didn't quite fancy it on the day, but I think because it's a filly it can still improve leaps and bounds. Also as well, it's got good connections with the trainer and also the jockey riding it tomorrow. I thought the all-weather, maybe, you know what, could help the horse bring out a good run. It's got not a bad draw as well from stall 5, and I thought at a price tomorrow it wasn't a bad selection, considering there wasn't lots out there that I really did fancy tomorrow. But I will do a load a lot tomorrow morning, which I will upload on Twitter, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about our selections for tomorrow. If you disagree with me or have any selections of your own that you'll be back in tomorrow, please leave them in the comments box below. Also as well, please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. I really appreciate all your support so far. Also as well, please like the videos as well for more horse racing daily content. Like I already mentioned, we're on Twitter, so follow us there at Lucky15. Also as well, gamble responsibly. Hopefully you don't lose too much money from my selections, and hopefully we can get some more winnings like we've been doing recently. So that's all I got to say really. Hopefully we can have a good day tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.